Good evening, distinguished Toastmaster, Mr. Toastmaster Day, Madam President, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. I want to welcome you all to your next chapter during this commencement service. As you all, graduates of the University of Toastmasters International, are sitting in your seat, waiting for them to call your name as you walk across the stage to receive your diploma. But before you do so, I know many things are running through your mind. You're having those flashbacks before you came on campus. Maybe when you graduated from high school. You graduated from high school and you knew that college was going to be an experience, not all fun and games. So you made sure you had fun before the summer term ended, before you came to campus. Or maybe you're that type A personality student that you read all your books, you got all your agendas, all your syllabi together, and you've already prepared the first couple of weeks of class. How many of you did that? Oh, I see my type A personalities. But as you have those flashbacks, do not allow the anxiety to catch you up. Because this opportunity, as you sit here today, to wait for them to call your name, I want to paint a picture for you. A picture that will help you to remember why you're sitting in those seats today. Can you remember the first time when you received your acceptance letter to come to University of Toastmasters International? Yes?
Yes.
That beautiful letter that said, "Welcome, student so-and-so. You have been accepted to enter the wonderful organization of Toastmasters International." As you transition from high school into college, you realize those fun and games were all over. Now it's to the big house. University of Toastmasters International, where you would learn the great tools that you need in order to live life, the great tools you need in order to succeed in life. But before you did so, you were nervous and anxious about coming on campus that first day. So before classes began, you got all your things prepared, you left home. Many of you, this is the first time you left home, been far away from home. Many of you, this is the first time you've been on your own. But it was an experience of a lifetime because you learned 3 points. You learned 3 things about yourself. But before you did so, coming to the first day of class, that 8 a.m. class, you couldn't find the class. You couldn't find the class building. But I bet you remember the next time that you were going to register for your semester classes, you were not going to get that 8 a.m. class. How many were morning classes? No. Now that you eventually knew where the campus, you knew where your classes were, you even knew the community that the school was located in. And that time and that opportunity, you learned about yourself, you met people, you interacted with different things you probably never interacted with before. And in that time, there's 3 things that you need to learn. 3 things I want to point about this experience, why you sit here having those flashbacks. The 3 points are transition into adulthood. As I stated before, many of you, this is your first time you left home. The first time mom and dad was not calling you to tell you to clean your room, or it wasn't your high school friends telling you, let's go down the street to Varsity Blues and get the hamburgers and hot dogs at your football college campus, your football college hangout spots. It was also a time when you realized that it's about you, learning who you are. That you are no longer that adolescent, that 18-year-old, you become an adult. Coming to campus, realizing that it's all on you. No one was holding your hand, no one's going to make sure you did your homework or that you are following through with your degree program. It was an opportunity for you to put yourself to the test, to realize that you can do it. You had the capabilities to do all that you needed to do when you came to campus, when you came to the University of Toastmasters International. See, adulthood is not just about making decisions. Adulthood is about growth. Adulthood is about realizing who you are and appreciating your experiences and the opportunities that came your way. The next point I would like to share with you about your experience. As our organization is filled with many people from all over the world, we have under 300,000 people in over 100 countries. And in that over 100 countries, many people speak different languages, have different beliefs, have different customs, and you were exposed to all that. Many of you, this is your first time that you've experienced someone who's outside of your race, outside of your culture, outside of your beliefs or your customs. But in that time, you've also learned that we are all similar. There's very small differences no matter where you come from, what you believe, or what language you speak. You may also have met people who helped you along the way. Maybe it was that first day on campus when you were trying to find your classes. An upperclassman said, hey, you look kind of lost. Can I help you find your class? And they took you to the classroom. And then since then, you connected with them. So every time you saw them on campus, you waved to them, or maybe they came your brother, your fraternity brother, or your sorority sister. Also, maybe it must have been a professor who challenged you to go beyond who you are, go beyond your capabilities, go beyond understanding that you can do college. Maybe you were that student in high school that didn't get straight A's or do well on your standardized test. But there was a professor that believed in you. That professor came alongside you and encouraged you to say, you know what, you can do this. Just apply yourself. I see it in you. You may not believe it, but I see it in you. Or maybe you had a classmate. The classmate who came alongside of you when you were having those rough days. Whether you were partying too much last night and had a little hangover. Or maybe you were struggling with the coursework. But there was someone that always came alongside of you. And you see those people, the people that you met along this journey have impacted your life. You may never see them again. You may be friends with them for a lifetime. But they will always have a lasting impression on you because they molded you to who you are today, sitting in these seats. As you've been in college for maybe 3, 4, 5, or some of you on that 6-year plan. But that's okay, as long as you're sitting in this room right now waiting for your diploma. The third point is that there are many opportunities in college. There's many opportunities that you've been exposed to that you thought you would never be exposed to. Whether it was the people that you met, whether it was the classes you took. But those opportunities were a door opener. You see, not everyone goes to college. But I commend you all that have taken that opportunity, have taken that first step. Because college is an opportunity that opens many doors that no other experience can open for you. You see, even in high school you may have had opportunities. But in college, you were exposed to many different things that you would never be exposed to in the confinement of your college campus. And those opportunities, you've been exposed to life skills that will help you to overcome any challenge in your life. Because you overcame the first challenge. You overcame that first challenge by first saying yes to yourself by going to college. But you didn't stop there. You continued on with the process. You made your 3 or 4 years, you did your courses, you satisfied your requirements for your degree, and now you sit here. So that challenge of coming to college has become a door of opportunities. A door of opportunities that you will be exposed to many people. You will be exposed to many things that people who did not go to college will be exposed to. But you also have a challenge. You have a burden that you have to bear because you challenge yourself with intellectual abilities. But it doesn't stop here. Whether you're wanting to go to graduate school, whether you're wanting to go out to the workforce, whether you are wanting to start a family, start a new business, those opportunities are available because you have the skills that you need in order to become a college graduate of the University of Toastmasters International. Because we sit here all today waiting for you to be called upon, waiting for you to be called upon to say, yes, you have completed your degree. But it's not that you completed your degree. This is your next chapter. See, this commencement service is the introduction to the next chapter of your life. The next chapter of life that you are able to write. See, I would like to share a story about one of your students that are amongst us today. He's the top of his class, Mr. Alejandro Crespo. Mr. Alejandro Crespo is a student that should be admired by all. He took the organization, the skills, and the educational programs in order to challenge himself. He committed himself to the process. And not only did he commit himself to the process, he is the author of his new chapter because he was willing to challenge himself and realize that the opportunities that University of Toastmasters International would give him would be opportunities of a lifetime, that he could become a business owner and one day become a physician. And I know he would do that because in the small successes in life, you have to enjoy them. Not only do you have to enjoy them, you have to realize the small successes, if you celebrate them, the bigger successes in your life will come much easier because you can do it. You know you can do it because you challenged yourself. You know you can do it because you are the author of your next chapter. See, that next chapter is right here in this room. The introduction of your next chapter is this service, this commitment service. But remember, no matter what life brings your way, no matter what challenges, what hardships come your way, those challenges and hardships are there to build you up and make you stronger. Because you can do it. You've come this far, and I have faith that you can do it even more. So go ahead and write the next chapter of your life. Be the author. No matter what comes, write that story and live it out. Don't allow anyone to write it out for you. You write it out for yourself. So I challenge you to live the life you want to live. But not only live it, write it out first, and I guarantee you will live it. Start your next chapter now. Mr. Toastmaster.